Hello again. I'm going to talk now about conviction in sales. Now let's take the following example. Imagine you go to New York, Broadway, and you learn how to walk and how to talk. You go to Moscow, you learn all the tactics and strategies. You go to Shanghai and you learn to smile 24 hours. You go to Paris, chez Daniel Esther for your hair. You go to London for your shoes. And you go to Milano for your suit. And you see a client and you say, "Good afternoon. I have some fantastic product for you. Only today, €5. Now, on the other hand, imagine I'm now a baby with Pampers. I didn't go to New York. I cannot walk very well. I don't know all the strategies. My hair is in all directions. I don't have even shoes. And I say, my friend, this is for you, only €5. Who will win? Right, the baby. Very interesting. I worked with Jewish people. I lived with Chinese people. I worked with Holland people. And I tell you, those people are generally considered as very good salespeople. But any baby is a better salesperson. Black, white, yellow, tall, young, wife, man. Whatever race, whatever culture, a baby is followed by the majority of the people. A minority who doesn't like babies, but that's just a minority who will not follow this. But babies are actually the best salespeople in the world. And any baby next to you, if you're not convinced, will win from you. So do you see that conviction is a very important element? A baby has conviction. When a baby proposes you something, he has zero doubt about that this product is for you, that this will help you, that he's sincere about it. We call this conviction. Now, I'm 52 years old and I sell since the age of 7. I sold on the market, I sold software, I sold trainings, I sold many things in the last 30 years. And I don't know so much about sales because, the more you know about it, the more you see you don't really know about it. But one thing I know for sure. It's all about your conviction. How you think about yourself, your company, and your product. About yourself, your company, your product. And when this conviction is not strong enough, most people then put their attention on behavior. So you have conviction and you have behavior. Now the behavior, of course, is also important, but according to me, only for 10%. Meaning, I'm not here talking to you in Pampers, right? So there is a certain acceptable behavior. That's behavior. But on the other hand, you have conviction. And conviction is the most important success factor in sales. According to me, more than 70%. Now, we have 70% conviction, let's say, and 10% behavior. And in the middle, you have emotions. Why? Well, I'll show you. Imagine I'm a little baby with Pampers, very convinced, very enthusiastic, and you're sitting in your sofa in boredom. And I come in and I say, "Hey, my friend," you will react, isn't it? So, I need the correct emotion to bring over my conviction to you so that you can get it and understand it. And that's emotions. Emotions is the wavelength which I use in order for you to be able to accept my conviction, or at least to understand it. That's emotion. So you have, on the one hand, conviction, and on the other hand, behavior, and in the middle, the emotion. Actually, you as a person, you are continuously working with these three elements. You are more than a body, isn't it? So you have an idea, and then this idea goes over emotions into behavioral action. Now, from all those three, conviction is the most important in sales. Again, conviction is how you think about yourself, your company, and your product. So let's look at these three elements. Let's imagine you sell an ice cream to your client. An ice cream with 3 balls. The first ball is the company. The second ball is the product or the service you sell. And the third ball is you. Now, are you convinced that your company is the best? If not, you find out. You find out what people say about your company. You find out why your company has certain characteristics. And you learn about this until you really know that your company is or has a certain position which is important so that you convince yourself. On the other hand, you have the product or the service. So you should be convinced about this product or this service, meaning you should be convinced that this is the best for the client in a certain situation or in a certain problem. So if you don't know this, find out. Find out what clients say about your service or product. Find out why this is important for your client, your products or your services. Find out other products and services on the market and how they are different. So that's the second ball. But the third ball is the most important in sales. You. Imagine you're next to a robot and I am a potential client and the robot works for the same company, has the same service. There is no difference. The only difference is you as a person. So what would you give to me so that I would buy from you? And what are you convinced of so that I am attracted to you? And that's your personal conviction. Actually, in an extreme competitive market, the only difference is you, meaning how you think about yourself, how you think about me and others, and what you want to do and give to me and others. And that's actually good news. Because we live in an age of internet and robots, and the only difference between you and internet and robots is you as a person, your own personality, your own conviction. So stop hiding, if you were, stop hiding yourself behind your company and your product or services. Say hello to your clients, you as a person. Now, what can you give to a person? Well, let's look at a baby. What can a baby give for which people want attention, want exchange, will pay, etc.? A smile, for instance. Is this worth something? Millions, isn't it? Friendship, honesty, good feeling, enthusiasm, or any other emotion, humor, fight, discussion, and other elements you as a person give. A robot doesn't give this. And others don't necessarily give the same. So in a very extreme market like oil, water, flour, food, wood, in an extreme market where there is almost no difference between companies and products or services, you always make the difference as a person. And that's good news for the salespeople. I honestly believe that the next 20 years are for the salespeople who really come out and give of themselves something. And I hope you do this. Now, if you want to get more tools how to convince yourself in sales, please contact us. Success!